everybody, what is going on? It's me, Captain Vibes. Today's real live action. You already know what it is. Here to bring you this new review of Bleach episode 29 of season 3. Now I'm gonna just get right into it because this episode, they just got right into it. Normally, you see something and then it goes on to show the intro and it moves forward, but that's not the case with this. So it starts out, of course, with Ukitake. He's activating Mimihagi, and we cut to a flashback. We actually get so much anime exclusive footage that I love. Now in the anime, we only seen 2 panels regarding this flashback. We seen the temple, you know, when it was raining and his parents are just praying to Mimihagi, and then we see a panel of Ukitake when he was 3 years old lying down on the floor. But they expanded more on this moment, and we see his parents for the first time ever. They're praying real hard to Mimihagi. Ukitake, 3 years old, looking sick. And what was very interesting, how we actually got to see the whole process of this happening. We see the statue of Mimihagi, the shrine, and it looks like a tear of the liquid was coming out of the eye. Then we see the shadow just engulf Ukitake, and then we cut to him looking right at Mimihagi inside of this realm, or maybe it was in his mind. But the next step, which was crazy, you seen a little bit of the liquid of the tear around the eye, and Ukitake grabs it, he drinks it, and he just basically his whole stomach midsection gets real big, and you just see all the black energy just go over Ukitake. And of course right there, he was alive. And that right there, again, it makes me wonder if Kubo was truly rushed. I mean, it gives me the feeling that he wanted to really show this or shine the light on this even more, but for whatever reason he didn't, or he couldn't. So he only gave us those 2 panels. But what we seen right here, I loved it. And the music they were playing, this is one of my favorite tracks of Bleach thus far. I love that soundtrack when every time they show Mimihagi. And of course, it does a little time skip, you know, and we see a healthy, well, a better Ukitake walking through the district. I believe it was East 76 Rukon District. I could be getting that wrong. And the guy he stops, you know, from attacking that old lady, even though he got his ass whooped by the old lady. The guy who he helps up, he looks kind of familiar. Let me know if I'm tripping, or let me know down below. Did we see him during the Soul Society invasion arc? Because of course he introduces himself, and I like that move Ukitake did. That was smooth. He goes to push Ukitake, he grabs his hand, does a reverse, and goes to shake his hand. He squeezes real hard though. Like, ninja, don't test me. But he lets him know, hey, you should join the Goldie 13. You know, you get paid to do it. People will thank you for fighting. It's a good thing you should do. And he just looks real familiar. But hey, maybe I'm tripping. Then we see him cough up blood. Now, we've seen him do this before multiple times throughout the series. However, this time, since this is a young Ukitake, it's not sure if this is the first time he's ever coughed up blood, or, you know, if he's just thinking like, damn, I go coughing up blood again, because as he explained, and as we all know, Mimihagi did not heal him of his illness. So we cut to an older Ukitake. He now joined the 13 court guard squads, and we see he's sparring off against Shunsui right in front of Old Man Yama, Unohana, and Chojiro. And I think this is real cool because this is just history we're technically seeing. We all know Old Man Yama and Unohana. They were the remaining OGs of the original Gote 13. And now that they started this academy, there are no captains yet, because we all know Joshiro Ukitake and Shunsui, they're the first original captains of their squad from the academy. Because we all know Shunsui, he is not the original captain of Squad 8, and Ukitake, he's not the original captain of Squad 13. But they're sparring off, and we see Ukitake, he coughs up blood again. And it gets on Shunsui. I'm surprised he didn't react, you know, how I would have reacted, but he kept going. And then Ukitake, he coughs up blood again, and they go to do a strike, and they both strike each other in the chest. The wooden katanas, they just break, and, you know, they call the stop right there, which I thought was real cool that we got to see this, because this made me think back to when I read an interview. This was years ago. I'm talking, oh man, I don't even think I started YouTube yet. I seen a video that led me to a link with this interview that Kubo had, and someone asked Kubo who would win between Ukitake and Shunsui, and Kubo said, well, they wouldn't fight and I wasn't drawn to where they will fight, so there's no way of knowing. And he said the most they would ever do is spar and train against each other. Then we see him coming back from a store runs and get some Monica sweets because Ukitake, he wanted to try them because he would always see Shunsui eating them and enjoying them. And the area, this episode, man, it was giving me so many thoughts and flashbacks about my trip to Japan. Like, it looks like it was during the autumn season, and I live in the state where I get all 4 seasons. So when I was in Japan, it was during autumn. Matter of fact, yes, trust me. It's coming very soon. People have been asking for it. The vlog part 3 of 3. It's gonna be the best one yet. It might be the longest one yet because I've been saving the best for last. But anyway, it was giving me the flashbacks. Even the treat that they were having, that little pastry. I have something real similar in Japan, and it was real good. The line was long, and I didn't care about waiting in that long line. It wasn't worth it. Just that experience being there alone, waiting in a long line there. Yeah, it was worth it for that type of food. But we actually got to see Ukitake's siblings. It was 5 of them. I believe it was 3 girls and 2 boys. But you know, Ukitake, he didn't want them eating them because soon as we said there was alcohol inside of it. So I thought that was pretty cool. We actually got to see that. And I like how we see they grew their friendship. They became friends. You know, they started to trust each other. They could relate to each other as they're walking. You see the seasons change more and more. And Ukitake shows Shunsui the shrine where he got saved. He shows Mimi Hagi, and Shunsui actually said, you know, I guess the rumors, you know, and the folklore is true about this whole thing. And I believe he was saying that the left hand is advancement and the right hand is stillness. I could be getting that wrong, but just these extra little tidbits, man, that we got to see. I really do love that they put this in here. Then we cut to an even older Ukitake, and he's standing before Central 46 regarding what happened to Kai and Shiba. They're trying to tell him, look, you need a new lieutenant. Ukitake is refusing, and I like how he let him know, like, hey, it's up to the captains to decide if I get a lieutenant or who the next lieutenant is going to be, and nobody can replace Cayenne. And he let Central 46 know that was your idea to come up with this in the first place. And then we see another good moment of Ukitake and Shunsui mourning Cayenne's death, having more good dialogue, and I like how they're overlooking the garden of the squad. I believe this is squad 13 barracks, you know, but I like that garden area where it's raining. Of course, it's giving me more flashbacks and moments when I was in Japan because, yes, I went to one of those gardens, man. It was very beautiful. It wasn't raining, thank God, but it was just beautiful. You all will see it. I'm in this video. If you haven't noticed, I've been putting in little sneak peeks, but you will see the full thing. So we cut ahead even further to Ukitake, Unohana, and Shunsui their mourning old man Yama's death, looking over the last bit of fragments of his Zapato. And right here, this moment, I wonder if a lot of you caught this moment. They're having their dialogue. Shunsui said he wants to be alone, and you see Unohana and Ukitake. They're standing over a balcony. She says, "Farewell, Captain Ukitake." And he said, "Yes, I'll see you soon." Hell arc. Right there. Right there. No, I'm not saying that's like the official announcement of Bleach, you know, continuing on with the Hell arc, but that is connected to the Hell arc. For the ones who do not know, how can you not know? Yes, there was a one-shot Kubo did regarding Hell, and they talked about the ritual. I cannot remember the name. But basically, it was confirmed, literally confirmed. Old man Yama, Unohana, and Ukitake, they are in hell. And I'm pretty sure before you become a captain, they let you know about this. Like, you know, hey, captain level class, there's a chance 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, you're probably going to end up in hell. So, right there, hey. I really believe that was a small foreshadowing because Kubo said a long time ago in the interview, this is when the manga was still ongoing, he said he puts 4 levels of foreshadowings throughout Bleach. He says it's up to the fans to catch it, like your level of Bleach fandom. Maybe you're low level, mid, high, super, whatever. A lot of people, they just watch Bleach just to watch it. Then you have the fans who really like it, like me, who just like want to catch it and analyze this, etc., because you're really into something. Hey, you will be all in. But when he said that, I'm like, oh, wait. See you soon. Now, some people will take it, for the ones who haven't read the Hell chapter, they will take it as like, I'll see you soon, as, you know, we're going to get through this war. I'll see you when it's over. They may take it like that. But when she looked up that look in her eyes. And I don't know if y'all watching on your phone or your computer or your TV, if you have these speakers hooked up, but go back and watch. I will play it, but this probably get taken down, strike, demonetized, whatever. When she looked up, of course, she had that sinister look, that serious look in her eyes. You can hear like this. You can just hear like a sinister noise in the background, because it's like you just know. But that right there, little tidbits like that, I love that they put that in this episode. So one of the few changes now in the manga, of course, prior to all of this, before he performed the whole ritual with Mimihagi coming out of his body, we see Hiyori and the rest of the crew. She poured this like substance, this racy type substance that was collected due to the dimensional tears in the fabric, due to the imbalance that was happening in the beginning of the arc. They didn't show that in the anime, but it was definitely in the manga. And Rukia stated how it looks like water, but she can't feel anything. So that was taken out, because if you notice, when Ukitake was preparing for Mimihagi to come out, you can see that substance all around her. But personally, I think they're going to show that for next episode, because what we didn't see in the last episode, which I thought they just took out altogether and wasn't going to use for future episodes, we see that's what happened this time. So we see more new exclusive footage with Ichigo fighting Bach, and we see Ichigo is still holding on to Bach's sword. Looks like he's in control of it, because he's dual wielding. And of course, he has one Zanpakuto on his back, one in the left hand, and Bach's sword in the right hand. I mean, he still has the pattern on his face going down his arm. And oh man, this right here, I've seen someone make a joke about this before this episode even aired, like Chad versus Bach. And if I was Bach, I just would have killed Chad and Ganju or Hime, Yoruichi like that. The fact that they were there. I mean, yes, Yoruichi is way stronger, way stronger than Chad and Ganju combined. But Ganju and Chad going up against Bach like that was just buffoonery. Yeah, Yoruichi, she did strike too, but even she has a better chance to what Ganju and Chad has. She did take the same attack she did on Cocoon Aizen. Of course, it did nothing. Ganju does the Seppa, makes the sand come up, trying to disguise where Chad and Yoruichi were going to strike from, which was just so foolish. I'm watching this like, come on now. This is one of those things I'm glad they was in there. I'm glad this moment was in there, but they could have left that out at the same time. Now, you do have certain moments in series, whether it's the anime or manga, where you see certain enemies or characters or whatnot being placed in situations where it will showcase the power of the villain or the character. For example, when a Visor showed up to fight all the minnows, it seemed like that was just there to showcase their power. But with Chad and Ganju, they didn't even have to be there to showcase the power of the Almighty. We know how strong he is. But at the same time, it is good to have them do something instead of them just standing there, just reacting. What? No, Ichigo. So yeah, at least they try. But still, them being there, completely useless. You see, she went flying back. He went knocking Chad back into Ganju. But another thing that was changed, what I mentioned wasn't in the last episode, was in this episode. That's Orihime. She went to try to heal, Adionis. So, probably saying that wrong, so Adionis, the Soul King, damn it. But it was a little bit different, of course. In the manga, that's when she went to distract him with the wires and told Orihime to heal. But what's crazy, I swear, I don't know if I'm tripping. In the manga, where did the wires go? I looked at multiple pages. Where did those wires go? The last panel I seen with the wires, it cut to all these other different patterns, and then they were just gone. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Who knows? But I do like the animation that they actually show of the Soul King coming back together and it just shattered, because there's no way she can bring him back to life. But let's talk about the moment when Mimihagi actually came up and held the Soul King together. I thought it was interesting. You see a little bit of new footage when Yoruichi actually noticed, he couldn't see that shadow in his future. And I like the effect it showed on the Almighty. It wasn't that same footage that we seen, that effect when he was fighting Chibe. And Bach was wondering, wait a minute, how come I didn't see that in my future? I think he said something similar in the manga. I think he didn't say it as straightforward, why didn't I see this in my future? And I wondered that the first time I read manga. I was like, wait a minute. He didn't see that coming. I thought he could see everything. He just make himself not seeable with the Almighty, but it's not gonna matter anyway for the anime only watchers. You will see. It's just, it doesn't matter. So we cut to Shunsui and Aizen. First time I read this, it confused me. Like, wait a minute. He had 3 keys. He undid the mouth, and that's when Shunsui was like, wait a minute. I didn't undo the legs. Like, how are you walking? Of course, 3 things. It could be from the novel where I think one of the light novels. I forget the name of it. I think Spirits Are Forever With You, where the 8th Kenpachi, he was down there just for the meantime. He let Aizen free so he can talk to him. That was one of the theories. The other one was that, you know, Koikuzugetsu, that was just an illusion Aizen was using, trying to trick Shunsui, basically get him to think, oh, so your legs are free, so now I just undo arms, and then, you know, but Shunsui, he already knew what time it was. He still used the keys on where he wanted to use them, so that way Aizen couldn't, you know, get out of it. So I thought that was smart on his end, and I like the effect. You seen the blood rushing out when the one guy tried to restrain Aizen, and the extra effect they showed, you actually seen the blood touching Aizen. I actually thought that how they keep the spiritual pressure close to him, I thought it was a little bit further out, but it's like close. So either way, I thought that was cool. You see the blood just evaporate and disappear, man. I like that with any character in any series. That shows power. I mean, we've seen it in every series, including Bleach. You can sense them, power over level 9,000. But in Bleach, even this show with Stark, you get too close, yes, you will die or just evaporate. We've seen Aizen, it happened to that one regular human with a butterfly Aizen. And when I mentioned Stark, for the ones who don't know, if you forgot, yes, when Aizen found Stark, it was just a pile of hollows around him. He was just that strong. Matter of fact, it was also revealed that he knew about Stark a long time ago, but he was just avoiding him for the time being. You know, this was pre-Hokyoku Aizen. Aizen was always strong, but him, Stark, he was like, okay, let me focus on these other motivators. I'm gonna do something with you, but not right now. It's too much of a risk. But anyway, next episode, I cannot wait. This episode was just a 10 out of 10. It gave me that feeling that I had the first time I was ever watching Bleach, all this new footage. I didn't know we were going to get so much new footage. I actually thought we were just going to see the moment when Mimihagi became one with Ukitake, and that was it. But it was just moment after moment after moment after moment of brand new footage. I'm like, damn, so this is how the anime only fans feel. Or this is how I felt when I was first reading Bleach back to back. And I'm like, oh man, like it was just a new brand new feeling. All this is canon. It was good pacing, good animation, good lighting, good music, especially when Aizen was talking. Once that guy, his fingers just disappear. I love that music. So again, no complaints. I love this episode. So I believe next episode we are going to see the visors. They are going to do the Raigo Storm. Anyway, they're going to open up the gate to go up to the Soul Palace. And I know Uryu, he will be in this episode. And I'm going to say this real quick, and I already know what the deal is with Uryu. That's why all these advertisements, stuff they show in the outro and the intro, making it seem like Uryu and Ichigo, their friendship is over, their friendship is compromised, or Uryu is just this bad person now. Uryu is a villain, and all the stuff he did fighting with Ichigo was for nothing. I'm just not buying it. Even in the manga, I never bought that. I'm like, Uryu evil now. That'd have been sweet. But I'm like, I know that's not the case, because Kubo would have to done something with him. Most of the villains die. So I'm like, is he gonna kill off Uryu? He even said in the interview, he look at his characters as his children, and he really don't like to kill them off. So he said, that's why he likes to redraw them in flashbacks as much as he can, But yeah, other than that, give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Did you like the episode? Did you appreciate this new footage? Other than that, I'll see you all next week. Actually, next week, the Bleach review will possibly be out Tuesday. I know. Lately, my father has been very, very sick. For the ones who do not know, I don't live in the same state as my parents. Obviously, my parents up in age. It's only so much my mother can do. My father is very sick, so next weekend, gonna go there and help out, move this around, do this, do that to help. And of course that will be on a Saturday. And yes, I'll probably watch Bleach, but I won't be able to do the review until I get back here in my state. So but I will have some videos up. I'm pretty sure I know which videos I have up to make up for the Bleach review. So I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support. I don't know what the hell is going on in YouTube's algorithm, man, but I'm gonna just keep pushing out the Bleach reviews, because I know with me being a real Bleach fan, I just genuinely like doing this, and I know some of you really like to see my review, so I do it for you guys, and I do it for the love of Bleach. So other than that, thank you all for watching. It's me, TheEliteace, signing out.